Welcome back. Right about now, many gardens are bursting with flowers. All those annuals and perennials also make a fantastic addition to inside your home. Yeah, pick them. Pick them, bring them inside. Joining us, Tracy Pascarella from your Florist in Westbrook. Thanks a lot. And you're going to tell us how to take what's outside and make it work inside. I think the first thing people feel, you need a big vase and they're intimidated.
Right, you don't. You can use a small little vase. We put some of these little guys together and you only need a few blooms to put in there. You can line several up on your table, but it doesn't have to be an overwhelming thing. And once you make something small, you're like, okay, I can make something big, and it doesn't matter if it's perfect. If you like it and you've grown these flowers, then it's good.
All right, so what's the first step? You say even get a small vase. We're going to try
a small vase, and I put some little tape on here for you. You go outside, cut everything. I bring a bucket out with me, so as I cut it off, I put them in water so that they stay hydrated. Yeah, they stay hydrated. You bring them inside. The most important thing is before you put something, I brought you some little clippers. Yep. Before you put anything in the vase, you want to take off any foliage that might be there. And like for yours, you don't need these little side guys, so you can just use the one that has the flower on it.
To do that.
Yeah, well, you'll use those later.
Okay.
And everything you want to give it a fresh cut just as you put it in the vase.
Okay, and do you cut on an angle or?
Yeah, you cut on an angle, and what I do is I sort of measure up what I'm cutting. So if I want it to be here, I like measure up by the vase, and then I cut it in the right spot. So it's a little high, so you can cut it again.
Okay.
Yeah, cut it again.
It's better to
and
go
just stick it in.
Yeah.
Right. You can always cut off more, but you can't add any length, so you're better off.
Now, I said one of my favorite flowers is hydrangeas. Don't steal them from your neighbors, folks. We don't want. What are some of the things people might not think about bringing inside? Some suggestions you might have.
Well, the hydrangeas are great, and you can dry those, you know, you want to wait until they're near the end of their bloom cycle. These are locally grown hydrangea, and the way you can tell is you might notice your hydrangeas start out a pretty blue, and then they turn this darker green color. As they turn to that darkest last color, that's the time. You can just pop that right in there. And you don't really have to do any specific design. You know, it's just the way the flowers look next to each other, and you can just keep sticking them in. You just want to make sure there's no foliage in the water and give it a fresh cut, you know, as you stick them in the water. Good job.
And you know, you can do daisies too, right? Little things you might be able to find with your kids.
Right, daisies, you know, something that's sort of a weed, but we buy it, is Queen Anne's lace, but you see it everywhere.
Yes.
So, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, anything special. It just has to be what you like. And so you're bringing some of this, you know, live material into your house, and it just adds some prettiness.
And you can keep it small.
You can keep it small. You can put something on your bedside table. What a great way to wake up in the morning to see that. Just as long as you give it a fresh cut as it goes in, it's going to get a good drink, and it's going to last you a long time. Flowers will begin to harden off within like 30 seconds of being cut. So it's like getting a drink out of a coffee stirrer instead of a straw. So you want it to get that good drink so it lasts a long time for you.
Thank you, Tracy Pascarella, for bringing all this beauty to us this morning.
Thank you.
From Westbrook, we appreciate your time.